the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As we welcome you back here, and we are set for first pitch between the Pierre Governors and the Sturgis Scoopers in game number 2. Listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as the Governors will have Christian Busch on the mound, and Dawson Inhofer will be the first man to come to the plate to open up game number 2. And not a whole lot of change in the lineup for the Sturgis Scoopers from game 1 to game 2. Dawson Inhofer led things off in game 1. He'll lead off in game number 2. And the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 as we are underway at 8 o'clock Central Time right here on a KCCR Pier, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 1-0 pitch. That one is right down the middle. It's now 1-1 to Dawson Inhofer, who went 1 for 5. Rashawn Air got a single, struck out swinging twice, and also flew out to Brecken Kruger out in center field. There's a ground ball to Nedved over at third base. The throw across to first is in time as Keenholz is able to scoop it out, and the leadoff man is retired to open up the ball game. And they'll bring up now Dustin Allen. So Dustin Allen, who also was a number 2 hitter, as he will come to the plate. Went 1 for 3 with a double. That one will get to the in the dirt for ball 1. Gary Nedved is, again, at third base. He was the one that made the play. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Christian Busch. Upstairs, now 2-0. Matt Hansen, the DH in this ball game. That one is out towards center field. Brecken Kruger patrolling. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And that will bring up the number 3 hitter in Ridge Inhofer. We go through the rest of the lineup. Ridge Inhofer, the center fielder. Owen Cass, the shortstop. Keldon Olson, the second baseman. Then it'll be Kane Peters, followed by Hunter Jansen, Connor Crookshank, and then Evan Stroud. So Jansen in the lineup after being the starting pitcher in game 1. He is in the lineup in game number 2. As he's the left fielder. The first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Ridge Inhofer. It is Easlin out in left, Kruger in center, Zabel in right, and that one's out towards Kruger again at center field. Starting to go back, a couple steps in, and a 1-2-3 inning for Christian Busch in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Pierre Governors, Sturgis Scoopers, scoreless. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161. As we welcome you back, bottom of the first inning, Pierre Governors looking to strike early on as the lineup looks like this for the Governors. It is George Stalley, the catcher, leading things off once again. Lincoln Keenholz, the first baseman, batting second. Gary Nedved will bat third and play third base. It is Jane Wiebe, the second baseman, batting cleanup. Jet Zabel, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Matthew Hansen, the DH, batting sixth. Kate Kaiser, the shortstop, batting seventh. Spencer Easel, the left fielder, will bat eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, will bat ninth. So not a whole lot of change from game 1 to game 2 in the lineup. As you put Kaiser, actually everything's the same once Kaiser came into the ball game. It's the exact same lineup. Stalley swings to the first pitch and will foul it back for strike one. Sally had 3 hits in the game number 1, went 3 for 4. A single, 2 singles, a triple, was hit by a pitch. There's a strike, and it's now 0-2. Flew out to the right fielder in the first inning, and then after that, reached base every time the rest of the way. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Staley. That one misses just a little bit outside, and it's now 1-2. It's a really good take by Staley and a sigh of relief take from the coaching staff by Staley. There's a swing and a miss on a curveball from Kane Peters, and there's a strikeout for Peters to open up the ball game here in the bottom of the first. And now here's Lincoln Keenels, the first baseman. Kane Peters is probably the guy that you're going to see Sturgis throw in the first game of the region tournament, or in the region round, that first round, as the first pitch to Lincoln Keenels is out on the outside edge for strike 1. And I say that because, well, he has thrown 22 innings, and nobody else has even topped 12 going into this doubleheader. That one's fouled out of play, and the count's 0-2 to Lincoln Keenels. Keenels went 0 for 2, reached base 4 times, though. 2 walks, was hit by a pitch, as that one will miss, and it's now 1-2. Grounded into a double play and also reached on an error. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses inside, and the count's now 2-2. Shadows are a little bit challenging here in the first inning or so, maybe a couple innings. A shadow at the mound, and then it goes to daylight, the sunlight, and then it goes back to the shadows again. And the count's now 3-2. And that causes some problems of seeing the baseball clearly, seeing the spin. All of a sudden the ball also looks like it jumps from spot to spot. And from 0-2, Keenels doesn't swing the bat, and he ends up drawing a walk. And there's 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning, and it'll bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved went 2 for 5, a single and a double, but he ended up being out both times he reached base. He was picked off a second, then he was out trying to stretch a double into a triple. That one's popped up in foul territory, and the catch is made by the first baseman, and Connor Crookshank, and there's 2 away. That would have been interesting because Nedved dropped the bat in front of the catcher, which could have maybe caused an interference, but either way, he ended up being the catch by the first baseman and Crookshank. Hunter Jansen's out in left, Rich Inhofer in center, Dustin Allen in right, Dawson Inhofer at third, Owen Cass at short. It is Colton Olson at second, and the Crookshank at first. Connor Crookshank at first, as that pitch to Evan Stroud was outside, and he couldn't scoop it up cleanly as Wiebe takes ball 1 into second base, goes Keenels, and he's in scoring position. And Kane Peters on the mound looking for a scoreless first inning, as that one goes off the glove again of Stroud. And to third base will go Keenels, and the count's now 2-0. And he moves up 90 feet and another 90 feet. First one was a wild pitch. The second one was a pass ball. That gets him to third base, and now Jaden Wiebe with the base hit will give the Governors a 1-0 lead. Probably would have anyway with the base hit with Keenels on at second. But now it's a for sure deal if Wiebe gets a base hit. 3-0 is the count, though. He is taken all the way, and he's not even going to attempt to swing at it. It's up high, and another walk. Second walk issued in the inning by Kane Peters. And it will bring up Jet Zabel, the right fielder, with 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first. And we already have a mound visit. Jet Zabel in game number 1, 2 for 2 with 2 walks, a double and a single. And now with runners at first and third, we'll see now if they put Wiebe in motion. I would think that they would. Maybe that's what they're talking about, is letting Wiebe take second base and going after the hitter, Jet Zabel. First pitch, Wiebe does not run, taken for strike 1 to Zabel, the right fielder. Followed by Matthew Hansen, the DH, Kate Kaiser, the shortstop, Spencer Easlin in left, and Brecken Kruger in right. In center. 0-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low for ball 1. Good take there again from Zabel. Those are close to take, but another good eye there from the right fielder. From the stretch, here's the 1-2 pitch. Wiebe takes off, and Zabel swings and misses and will strike out. Second strikeout of the inning, and it ends the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 men left on base. 1 full inning complete here at Hyde Stadium in Game 2, and we have no score between Pierre and Sturgis. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Top of the second inning, it is going to be for the Sturgis Scoopers. 4, 5, and 6. Owen Cass, Kelton Olson, and Kane Peters. As we have a scoreless tie after 1 full inning here at Hyde Stadium. Glad you're with us here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. First pitch is over for strike 1 to open up the top of the second. Lights are on here at Hyde Stadium. Sun's starting to set. We're about 36 minutes away from sunset here in Pierre. That one will bounce in. The count is now at a ball and a strike to Owen Cass, the shortstop, who in Game 1 went 2 for 2 and reached base all 4 times. There's a ground ball. Backing it by Kaiser at short. Throw to first is in time. What a play by Cade Kaiser. In the hole at short. Took a hit away from Owen Cass and made it look easy doing it. And the leadoff man retired here in the top of the second. And here's now Kelton Olson. Cass went 2 for 3, reaching base 3 times in Game 1. But here is now Kelton Olson, who doubled a home run. He had 2 RBIs in the Game 1 loss for Sturgis. And he'll pop that one up to left field. Spencer Easlin over there. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. And that'll bring up Kane Peters, the pitcher. Peters in Game number 1 went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. He scored in the second, but was stranded in the 5th. And 2 quickly down here for Christian Bush in the top of the second inning. Check swing, called a strike, and it's 0-1. That was a heck of a play at short by Cade Kaiser, that first out of the inning. That the curveball that never broke, and it stayed above the head of Kane Peters, and the count's now 1-1. That's a tough play because you got to get going to your right, backhanded, stop yourself, and fire a strike across the diamond. 1-1 pitch. That's lined into center field. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. And there's no 1-2-3 inning here in the second inning. And Peters is the first base runner of the ball game for the Sturgis Scoopers. And it will bring up Hunter Jansen, who will get his first at-bat of the doubleheader. He was the starting pitcher in Game number 1, and now he gets an opportunity to hit here in Game number 2, playing left field. Batting .185 of the season, 6 runs driven in, 3 extra base hits, 1 double and 2 triples. He'll ground that one foul over to third base. And it's 0-1 to Hunter Jansen. Number 7 man in the order. Christian Bush retired the first 5 in order before that base hit by Kane Peters. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Bush to Jansen. There's a ground ball to the right side, fielded by Wiebe. He'll take it to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base after an inning and a half. No score between Pierre and Sturgis. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the bottom of the second inning. No score between Pierre and Sturgis, as it will be 6, 7, and 8. Matthew Hansen, Cade Kaiser, and Spencer Easlin, the first 3 men to come to the plate. Hansen, the DH here in game number 2. He was the shortstop in game 1. Kaiser came in and played second in the final inning in a 2/3. As the first pitch misses for ball 1, Kaiser came into second because Wiebe went from second to the mound in that end of that first game. And Hansen will pop it up on the infield for the second baseman, and caught by Kelton Olsen for the first out near the bottom of the second. Here's now Cade Kaiser. Kaiser had the 2-run home run, left the yard this time. He's got 2 home runs in the season inside the Parker, and now a long ball. He had 2 RBIs, and that was the 2-run home run as he went 1 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch. First pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Kaiser. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. Mentioned about Jaden Wiebe going from second to the mound. Back-to-back days that Wiebe pitched. He threw well in both games. Here's the 1-1, and Kaiser nearly got past him, and that one takes a high hop over the second baseman's head. Kaiser will head his way to second because it was bobbled out in right field. The throw coming in, and Kaiser is safe at second base. It goes down as an error. That will be charged to the second baseman and Olsen. And Kaiser now shaking his hand out at second base. Hopefully he's okay. Will stay in the game for right now, but it goes down as an error, and Kaiser now at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Spencer Easlin, the left fielder, went 0 for 2, had an RBI ground out in that 6th inning, in the 3-run 6th inning for the Governors, which tied the ball game up. First pitch misses for ball 1. Eventually get to talking about Wiebe pitching again. There's a ground ball to the third baseman, fielded by Dawson Inhofer. The throw to first is in time. Now back to third, and they don't get him out of third, but what a heck of a play to make that close. The shortstop and Cass came across, made the catch, slid into the bag with Cade Kaiser, tried to apply the tag, and Kaiser just barely beat it out. That was a good play all the way around for both teams, and Kaiser is safe at third on the 5-3 putout from Spencer Easlin. And Brecken Kruger with a base hit. And that would have been, that's, another, you got to make sure if you're going to get to third base, because there's 2 outs in the inning. When that play is made, you don't want to make that third out at third, because a base hit would score you anyway. But Kaiser is safe at third base, and now a wild pitch will give the Governors the lead. Kruger goes up the middle, fielded by the second baseman and Olsen. The throw to first is in time, and that retires the side here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We've played 2 complete here at Hyde with no score. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Back here, top of the third inning, the Pierre Governors, they are tied 0-0 at the going into the third inning, 8-9-1. Connor Crookshank, Evan Stroud, and Dawson Inhofer will be the first three hitters for the Sturgis Scoopers. And now we can try and finish the point making with Jaden Wiebe, who was on the mound for the second straight day. And that was a great outing by Wiebe in that first game. And the biggest reason why it becomes, well, one, he got the win. But after yesterday, he pitched well. But as any competitor would be, it's tough to see that you pitched well because you gave up the only 2 hits and ended up being a solo shot that gave the lead to Harrisburg. So it's easy, and especially when you come back the next day, it's easy to let that overtake you and you not have a successful outing. That one is bouncing in and is now 1-1. But he was able to find a way, get that to ground ball to get out of the inning, and then finish out the outing with allowing just 1 hit and finishing it out with the win 9-7. That's a gutsy performance by Wiebe in game 2 of 2, the second time as many days on the mound. Again, because he didn't throw bad yesterday, but it's hard not to be a little down on yourself after giving up the solo shot. There's a line shot base hit to open up the top of the third inning for Connor Crookshank out into left field. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game, and then bring out the number 9 hitter in Evan Stroud. So that was a great performance by Wiebe, and plus he came in with the bases loaded with 1 out in the 6th inning, and maybe he wasn't expecting to go in to pitch, so you don't get a chance to really think about what happened yesterday, which might be the best case scenario. There's a line shot. That's a base hit. Back-to-back singles. Evan Stroud makes it first and second with nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And 8 and 9 do their job to be on base for the top of the order now. Dawson Inhofer, who grounded out to Nedved in his first trip to the plate. Bush retired 5 or 6 of the first 7 men that he faced. He's given up now 3 hits through 2 innings. Working into his third inning, Dawson Inhofer shows bunt, pulls it back, and taken low for ball 1. Again, tomorrow we have a game at 4 o'clock. That's a JV game. We'll be on the air for the varsity game only, which is scheduled to start right around 6 o'clock or so. That might be the time we get on air, depending on how quickly the JV game finishes. Then Friday, Saturday, 2 varsity doubleheaders that we'll have here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. 2-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and it's now 3-0. On deck is Dustin Allen. Inhofer, again, grounded out to Nedved over at third base in his first trip to the plate. Here's a 3-0. That one is over for strike 1. Runners at first and second. Crookshank at second. Stroud at first. Here's the 3-1. That one is popped foul and out of play. And the count is full as Bush was worked back from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count. Governors are at 500 now in the season after that first win, and they're looking to get over 500 with a win here in game number 2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. One miss for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And Dustin Allen, number 2 hitter, coming to the plate. 2, 3, and 4 right now. And for Dustin Allen, trying to drive a ball to the outfield somewhere, even if it's an out, trying to get a sac fly. Christian Busch maybe looking for a ground ball right back to him, and that one is fouled back by Allen. He did fly out to Kruger out in center field in his first at-bat. He's still looking. He's looking for his second hit tonight. That was a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. You're looking for a ground ball or a strikeout for Christian Busch. Count is 0-2. Busch will work from the windup. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that is popped up. Foul territory. Lincoln Kienel's giving a look over. He's still going back. He'll make the catch. The runner will start to tag. Everybody's starting to move. Dustin Allen hit the deck like he was part of the military and just had to drop down like he was doing a burpee to make sure he didn't get involved in the throw, but there's now one down. And that's a big first out. And it brings in Ridge Inhofer. Again, because Lincoln Kienel's went into foul territory, there is no infield fly rule, only if it's a fair ball. And it would be an infield fly. And Kienel's did make the catch to retire the first man. Now a ground ball could get you out of the inning. First pitch to Ridge Inhofer, the number 3 hitter. It's taken at the letters for strike 1. Inhofer also flew out to Brecken Kruger in center in his first at-bat. 0-1 pitch. There's your ground ball left side off the foot of Kaiser, and it goes into center field. 2 runs are going to score, and it's a 2-0 lead for Sturgis. And Cade Kaiser, that one went off the ankle, and he's going to have to try and walk it off. But 2 runs score, and there's now a 2-0 lead for the Sturgis Scoopers. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. They're top of the 3rd. We'll see if, I believe that would probably be an error charge to Kaiser. Runners at first and second. Busch will make sure that the runner at second not getting too much of a head start. It will be an error charge to Kaiser. So the line shot, that's through for a base hit. Rounding third, trying to score. The throw coming to the third baseman, Nedved. He'll fire it home, and it's going to go off the mask of Stalley. So now he's going to get up and throw to third, but it's not going to be in time, and it goes off the glove of Kaiser. So another run will come in to score. And it's now a 4-0 lead. And that will end up being an error again on Kaiser. It'll be an RBI single for Owen Cass. And then he took second on the throw, but then he ended up at third base. It went off the glove of Kaiser. There's a line shot off the glove of Nedved. That's going to be a base hit, but it's going to be a 5-0 game. There's no way that could be an error. That was on a rope that Nedved just couldn't come away with. But now it's a 5-0 game. This is turned into a breakdown inning here for the Governors. An RBI single for Kelton Olson. And it brings up Kane Peters. The ball that goes off of Kaiser. There's a steal attempt to throw to second. Wiebe, what a pick by Wiebe. But unable to apply the tag in a stolen base. As it was a ball 1 taken to Kane Peters. Still just 1 out here at the top of the 3rd. Here's a base hit out to right field. Zabel will come up with it. They're going to try and send him. The throw coming to second. And it's now a 6-0 game. And the throw went to second instead of starting to come home, and it's now a 6-0 lead for Sturgis. And an RBI single for Kane Peters as he helps himself out. And Hunter Jansen now to the plate. The 9th man to come to the plate here in the top of the 3rd inning. A pickoff attempt. Kienels is able to scoop it up over at first base. 6-0 our score here in the top of the third inning. There's a fly ball by Jansen out towards left field. Eason will go back a couple steps. He'll make the catch. There's now 2 down. And it will be the 10th man that will come to the plate here. And Connor Crookshank, who started the inning with a single. And the Sturgis Scoopers have batted around here in the top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Crookshank. He had 1-for-1 single, then came around to score. Around to score on the air from Kaiser. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. Kaiser will field and step on the bag at second to retire the side here in the top of the third inning. 6-run score for the Sturgis Scoopers in the inning with 5 hits. Well, there are also 2 errors in the inning by the Governors. And it will be 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. 6-0 lead for the Sturgis Scoopers. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It is the bottom of the third inning, and the Pierre Governors down 6-0 to the Sturgis Scoopers. And it is the top of the order for the Pierre Governors, and they've got a lot of work in front of them. Down 6-0 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to George Stalley. Misses for ball 1. Stalley struck out swinging in his first trip to the plate. So 6 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error so far for Sturgis, as Stalley will launch that one out towards right field. Going back on it is the right fielder in Allen to make the catch, and the leadoff man is retired here in the bottom of the third. And that brings up Lincoln Keenels, and he'll be followed by Gary Nedved. So 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error so far for Sturgis. No runs, no hits, and 4 errors for the Pierre Governors. They end up with 4 errors in the inning. There's a strike taken to Lincoln Keenels. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Lincoln Keenels. That one will miss. Is now 2-1. A lot of ball game left here for the Pierre Governors. And you don't got to get all 6 runs back in 1 inning, as that one's fouled back, and it's now 2-2. But you have to, I wouldn't say you have to score this inning. It would be a good thing for the Governors to score this inning to try and slow the momentum down of the Sturgis Scoopers. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Keenels. That one comes inside, nearly gets him, but the count is now full. 3-2. Keenels did walk in his first trip to the plate. 3-2. Keenels will foul it out of play. It will remain a full count. Gary Nedved, who popped out in foul territory in his first trip to the plate, he is on deck. Payoff pitch again. And Keenels is able to get around on it, out towards center field. Coming in to make the catch as a center fielder in Ridge Inhofer. And the first two are retired quickly here in the bottom of the third inning. And it will bring up Gary Nedved. Nedved went 2 for 5 in game 1, 0 for 1 to open up here game number 2. Here's the first pitch to Nedved. Taken for strike 1. You kind of feel the energy taken out of Heights Stadium right now. It's a cool night and a cooler night, getting colder as the night goes on, as it's upstairs and it's now 1-1. Well, it's harder to get as excited as it would be in a 80-degree night. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's now 2-1, but an inning like Sturgis just had, and Governor Faithful here takes the wind out of the sails after a 9-7 win, a 9-7 win in game number 1. That was popped up on the infield. The shortstop and Owen Cass had a little bit of a trouble finding it. Turned into a little bit more of a problem than he maybe thought, and it still, though, goes for a pop-out. 1-2-3 inning for Kane Peters in the third. 6-0. Governors trail it to the Sturgis Scoopers after 3 innings. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
It is the top of the 4th inning, and the Pierre Governors down 6-0. Christian Bush on for his 4th inning of work, and he will deal with 9-1-2. Evan Stroud, followed by Dawson Inhofer and Dustin Allen. Here in the top of the 4th. First pitch swinging, popped up. Jaden Wiebe right at the edge of the infield makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out to open up the top of the 4th inning. And now here is Dawson Inhofer, who walked in the 3rd and came around to score. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Dawson Inhofer. Ground out to Nedved to open up the ball game. So he's 0 for 1 right now here in game 2. That one will miss low, and he counts 2-0 to Inhofer. And in game 1, went 1 for 5, reached base on an error, and also singled. He struck out twice. 2-0 pitch upstairs, and it's now 3-0. Bush will come set as he works from the stretch with nobody on base. The 3-0 pitch is right down the middle, and it's now 3-1. Got Ridge Inhofer on, Dustin Allen on deck. As Dawson Inhofer waits on the 3-1. And he pops that one up. Foul territory, Lincoln Keenels a couple steps in foul territory. Backs up, makes the catch. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And it will bring up Dustin Allen.
The right fielder, number 24, Dustin.
Allen's 0 for 2. As he popped out into center field and also popped out in foul territory to Keenels, nearly similar to what Dawson Inhofer just did. Here's the first pitch. That one's lined foul and out of play. That one might have had home run distance for Dustin Allen, but it is just a long strike. Bush has been tagged for 6 runs, but only 2 earned runs so far in 3 2/3. 1 walk, no strikeouts yet for Bush. 0-1 pitch. That one misses inside and low, and it's now 1-1. 5 hits. He has 6 runs, 2 earned. 1 walk, no strikeouts. Be pitch number 49 from Bush, and it's upstairs, now 2-1. And those 49 pitches, 31 strikes so far. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled at the plate. And it's now 2-2. That one popped up and hit Allen in the batter's box. So we remain at 2-2. Opportunity for a 1-2-3 inning here for Christian Bush. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. That's past a sliding Cade Kaiser into left field. So we will continue the top of the 4th inning for Ridge Inhofer, as Dustin Allen is now 1 for 3.
The center fielder, number 9,
Ridge Inhofer reached on an error in the 3rd, which started the big rally for the Sturgis Scoopers. First pitch misses inside for ball 1 to Ridge Inhofer. He's technically 0 for 2. Flew out to center field and reached on the air. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0. In the bottom of the 4th inning for the Governors, it will be 4, 5, and 6. Here's the 2-0. That one's taken for a strike and is now 2-1. Runner on first, 2 away. Top of the 4th inning. 2-1 pitch. There's a line shot by Inhofer. It's hooking, and it will get foul as it one hopped off the wall. Another long strike there from Inhofer, and Bush is a strike away from getting out of this inning. Inhofer has the 1 home run that has been hit by the Scoopers this year. And in game number 1, had just 1 hit. Runner takes off on a 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Be fielded by Kaiser. Good play. Throw across is in time. That's a great play from Cade Kaiser to finish off the inning. Going to his left. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 3.5 completes. Pierre Governors down 6-0 to the Sturgis Scoopers. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684. It is the bottom of the 4th inning. The Pierre Governors, they are down 6-0 to the Sturgis Scoopers. As it will be 4, 5, and 6. Jaden Wiebe, Jet Zabel, and Matthew Hansen. And the Pierre Governors, again, you still got a half a game left. Got to start chipping away at the 6-0 deficit. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Jaden Wiebe. Walked in his first trip to the plate. Was strained over at first base. Governors are still looking for their first hits, as it counts now 2-0. Kaiser reached on an error. Other 2 guys to reach base, including Wiebe, have been walks. There's a grounder that is foul. And it's now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Maybe drops down to a knee as he now is even to the count 2-2. As a leadoff man here in the bottom of the fourth. The 2-2 pitch. That one's taken at the letters for strike 3. And there's the third strikeout of the evening for Kane Peters. And it brings up Jet Zabel, who was 0 for 1 with one of those strikeouts. First pitch to Zabel is upstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is right down the middle, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. He followed by Matthew Hansen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Zabel is behind it, and the count's now 1-2. One-two pitch to Zabel. Upstairs, now 2-2. On deck, Matthew Hansen. Anybody of those two reach base? Kate Kaiser. 2-2 to Zabel. There's a line drive base hit for Zabel. First hit of the ball game down the left field line. Zabel around first. He's on his way to second. He will be in there standing up. A one-out stand-up double for Jet Zabel. And the Governors have their first one of their first men in scoring position with one out here in the inning. And a good piece of hitting from Zabel going down the left field line as Matt Hansen, the DH, will step to the plate. A base hit would give the Governors their first run and pull within 5. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Kate Kaiser now waits on deck. Again, you can't get all 6 runs in one swing. Do your part to get on base. Keep passing along. That one misses inside to Hansen. The count's now 2-0. Zabel leads away from second base. Here's a 2-0. That one will miss, and the count's now 3-0. Kane Peters has been good so far through 3 1/3 inning. Clearly he's been good so far. That was the first hit that he's given up. Just 2 walks, 3 strikeouts through 3 1/3. That one is right down the middle. Taking all the way was Hansen, and it's now 3-1. Still good hitters count for the DH. Peters comes set. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one will miss, and it's ball 4, and it's now first and second. And the first time the Governors have had 2 men on base in 1 inning. And it brings up Cade Kaiser, who reached on an error in his first trip to the plate. Hit a home run in game number 1, a 2-run shot. And now a base hit, again, would most likely make it 6-1. Zabel takes off. The throw over to third base. It skips into left field, and Zabel will come in to score. Hansen's on his way over to third. He will come in. The throw will be wide of third base, but it's caught by the pitcher in Peters. And Zabel will force the first run of the ball game on a throwing error by the catcher in Stroud. The second error in this ball game for the Sturgis Scoopers. And Matthew Hansen's over at third base, so a base hit then now will give the Governors their second run and pull within 4. That one will miss. The count is 1-1 to Cade Kaiser. Spencer Easlin is on deck. Brecken Kruger would follow. 1-1 pitch. Kaiser pops it up. Foul and out of play. And it's now 1-2. Hansen leads away from third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses just a little low and outside, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a tough take from Kaiser, but a good take from Kaiser. Here's a 2-2. We'll take that one. That was farther outside and farther lower in the away from the zone. And it's now 3-2. Governors have scored one in this fourth inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Kaiser stays alive, gets a piece of it as he fouls it off the mask of Evan Stroud. And the count remains full at 3-2. Now here is the 3-2 pitch. Upstairs and a walk to Kaiser. And it's now first and third with one away, and it's Spencer Easlin. And we'll have a mound visit again as Kane Peters trying to make his way through the fourth inning. At first I thought maybe he's going to be coming out of the ball game. He is their guy. He's thrown 22 innings coming into today. And again, nobody has thrown 12 innings or more other than Kane Peters. That tells you just how important he is to this team. And with runners at first and third, Spencer Easlin has an opportunity to get the Governors back to a 4-run deficit and then also start to move Kaiser around the base paths. And we'll see if maybe Kaiser takes off at any point in this at-bat. He'll take off in the first pitch. Easlin swings and misses. Kaiser, there's no throw. He's safe at second. And it's 0-1 to Easlin. I don't know if the hit and run was on or not. Either way, it's 0-1 in second and third, and the 0-1 pitch misses low, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Bottom of the fourth, 6-1. Governors trailed the Scoopers with one out. Runners at second and third. 1-1 pitch. Easlin swings and misses. And it's now 1-2. And with runners at second and third here in less than 2 outs, you'd like to see both these runs come in to score, especially being down by 5 right now. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Easlin pokes the bat at it, fouls it away. And we will... A nice catch by a fan. That was right to her, and she made the grab. Well, now the count is still 1-2. That one will miss. It gets to the backstop. It's now a 6-2 score. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Hansen scores. Kaiser's over at third. And the Governors have moved in a little bit closer. Both runs have scored. No RBIs so far for the Governors here in this fourth inning. But a base hit from Easlin would make this a 6-3 ball game. And the Governors would have cut the lead in half. There's a swing and a miss by Easlin as he is down on strikes. 2 down. And up to Brecken Kruger to try and keep this inning alive and to try and drive in that third run. And he started to chip away here, and with that runner on third base, he'd love to get at least one more in this inning. First pitch to Kruger is outside edge for strike one. He grounded out to the second baseman, Olson, in his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He does not swing, taking it again for a strike, and the count is quickly 0-2 here to Kruger. And here is the 0-2 pitch. And Kruger fouls it back. And we'll do it another time here at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Grounded foul. And Badger looked like he's going to dive for it for a second. Missed it. And it's a foul ball, and it remains at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch again. That one misses low and outside. And the count's 1-2. Good take there from Kruger. George Stalley is awaiting on deck. He'd love to have another opportunity to come to the plate here in this fourth inning, keeping it going. 1-2 pitch. That one's grounded foul another time. Third foul ball with 2 strikes here for Brecken Kruger. Starting to run out of baseballs Getting a couple back into play, but count remains at 1-2. Kaiser leaning away from third. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Peters gets the strikeout and ends the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. But 2-run score with just one hit in the inning. There was one error and one man left on base. We have played 4 completes here at Hyde Stadium. Governors down to Sturgis 6-2. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is the top of the fifth inning, and the Pierre Governors down 6-2. And Christian Bush will remain out on the mound for the Governors as he will deal with 4, 5, and 6. Owen Cass, Kelton Olson, and Kane Peters. With the Governors looking for a good scoreless inning and to get back out at the plate to try and creep back into this one. So for Christian Bush, this will be pitch number 57. And the first pitch swinging is out towards right center field. Brecken Kruger will call off Jet Zabel, and 1 pitch and 1 out to open up the fifth inning. As Cass is now 1 for 3. So for Christian Bush here, and with 1 out in the fifth inning, he's not in a bad spot here. I mean, a 6 spot in the third, you're thinking, well, the pitch count's got to be close to 105 at this point, as there's a base hit, but that's kind of how it's been. It's been first pitch swinging with contact for the Sturgis Scoopers a lot of the times, whether it's been a base hit or been a put out. You know, Christian Bush is, at this point, barely averaging and might not even average, 13 pitches in an inning. Because if you get a ground ball right here, you can still got a chance for a 3-pitch inning. Here's Kane Peters. He swings to the first pitch, pops it up. Lincoln Keenels will call for it. He's got 2 outs in 3 pitches with a runner on first base. And it will bring up Hunter Jansen, the left fielder. So here's Hunter Jansen, who's 0 for 2. That was the first time that Peters was retired. He's now 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Pickoff attempt. How crazy would that be if Christian Bush picks off the runner at first and Olson, and he ends up with a 3-pitch inning? Most likely not happening. Well, maybe there's a pickoff attempt, and nope, he's back in safely. A little bit closer that time. Wiebe had a 4-pitch inning yesterday in the 8th inning. First pitch fouled back. There will be a 4-pitch inning this time for Christian Bush. We'll have at least one more pitch. And again, I guess he could pick the runner off at first. Hunter Jansen grounded out to the second baseman Wiebe and also flew out to Eastland and left. He is 0 for 2 so far in the ballgame. As we play here in the top of the fifth. A 6-2 lead for Sturgis. That one's taken for a strike, and it's now 0-2. This will be the 6th pitch of the inning. And Bush looking for strikeout number 1 on the evening. 0-2. Runner takes off. It's a ball to throw to second, and it's going to be just a little bit wide of second and in safely. Is Olsen as he is in scoring position now with 2 away. And Jansen's got an opportunity with the base hit to extend the lead back to 5. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the first strikeout for Bush, and it's the 7-pitch inning for Christian Bush. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 6-2. Sturgis still leading the Pierre. You listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning. The Pierre Governors down 6-2 as George Stalley will be the leadoff man. 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Governors are down their last 9 outs, but that's a lot of outs still to get for Sturgis. And a 4-run deficit. 0-1 pitch. That's a ground ball, and that one will roll foul. The count's now 1-1. Stalley had a hit in the first game where it hit the ridge going into the grass in foul territory and rolled its way back fair as the third baseman came in to try and make that play. And Crookshank, he tried to field it foul but ended up putting the glove on in fair territory. 1-1 pitch is outside, and the count's now 2-1. And really, Crookshank didn't even have a bad play on it. Wasn't lazy with it at all. That one's popped foul and out of play. And it's now 2-2. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, just past 9 o'clock. That's upstairs. It's now 3-2. At the point of where we're at right now, maybe we hope to be done tomorrow at this point. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Stalley will take ball 4 and a leadoff walk to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. Good take there from Stalley. And it brings up Lincoln Keenels, who is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, was stranded at third, and he also flew out to the center fielder. Keenels looking for his first hit today after being walked and hit and reaching on an error, grounding into a double play in game number 1. He's had 4 free passes and also reaching on an error. Another pickoff attempt. Stalley back in. And for Kane Peters, he's got a lot to worry about over there at first base. Stalley's a threat to steal every time he's on the base pass. That pitch is high and inside on Keenels. He backs away. And the count is 1-0 to Lincoln Keenels. Gary Nedved waits on deck. Another pickoff attempt. And again back in safely is George Stalley. Be Nedved and then Wiebe. That one's outside. And no throw. The count is 2-0. Keenels waiting on the 2-0 pitch. That one is high and outside. The count's now 3-0. On deck, Nedved. From the stretch, the 3-0 pitch. Keenel's taking all the way, and it is a 4-pitch walk. And it's now first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it brings in Gary Nedved. 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. Popped out to first, popped out to short. He's due for a big hit. And a lot of speed on the base pass right now at both first and second. Nedved will ground the first pitch over the shortstop. The throw to second goes into right field. Stallion will come in to score. Keenels, he's going to round third. He's going to try and score. 2 runs are going to score on the throwing error for the shortstop, Owen Cass. And the Governors have cut the lead from a 4-run deficit down to a 2-run deficit here in the 5th inning. And there's still nobody out. And an air charge to Owen Cass, the shortstop, allowing both runs to come in to score, and now it's Jaden Wiebe. The tying run is at the plate for the Governors. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Wiebe's 0 for 1. He walked and struck out looking. Went 1 for 3 in game number 1. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. And Peters having a hard time finding the strike zone right now. 4-pitch walk to Keenels. And then end up with a first pitch swing by Nedved. He missed the first 2 pitches here. Now Wiebe ropes this one to right field. The catch is going to be made by Allen out in right field. The first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that brings up Jet Zabel, the right fielder, who is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 4th inning and also struck out swinging back in the 1st. First pitch, Zabel will take ball 1. The throw to first base, nearly getting away from the first baseman Crookshank. And it's 1-0 here to Jet Zabel. Matthew Hansen now waiting on deck. That one will miss inside to Zabel. Zabel's double was his 3rd of the season. Nedved has the most doubles coming into this doubleheader. There's a ground ball. The shortstop. Cass will throw to second for 1. Back to first is not nearly in time. It will go down as a fielder's choice. There's now 2 away. And it brings up Matt Hansen. Hansen walked. He came around to score on a wild pitch. At that time made it 6-2. And Hansen out towards right field as the right fielder and Allen will go over, make the catch, and retire the side here in the 5th inning. But another 2-run score for the Governors. They do it without getting a base hit. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. So we've played now 5 completes, and the Governors have inched their way back from 6-0 to 6-2 and now 6-4 after 5 innings. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Top of the 6th inning. Christian Busch will work with 8-9-1 as they try to keep this a 6-4 game after 5.5 innings. As Christian Busch has thrown those 5 innings so far. And again, even though he gave up a 6 spot, was charged for 2 runs, earned runs. But as he gets a lot of first pitch swings and only 1 strikeout so far, he has thrown it just 63 pitches. That was his 64th pitch as it's ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That one misses low, and it's now 2-0. The other big thing, he's got 1 strikeout, but he's only got 1 walk. So that again helps you out to have that few pitches through 5 innings. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's now 3-0, and Busch is in danger of having a second walk. Giving up 7 hits, but they've been kind of scattered around. Although he had 4 hits in that 6-run inning. There's a 4-pitch walk issued to Crookshank. Not the start of this 6th inning that you're hoping. But now here's Evan Stroud. 4 pitches that have missed in a row from Christian Busch. We'll see if Evan Stroud will swing at the first pitch or not. He'll pick off attempt over at first base and back in safely. And Busch circling the mound. Almost like he came off the mound like something didn't feel right. But here's the first pitch now to Stroud. It misses upstairs. That's 5 straight misses to open up the 6th inning. There is some action out in the right field bullpen for the Pierre Governors. Here's the 1-0 to Stroud. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0. So 6 straight misses here from Christian Busch to open up. The 2-0, that one also misses. And now a 3-0 count. The top of the order is due up next, and they could have first and second with nobody out. 3-0 pitch, and that one also misses. 8 straight to open up the top of the 6th inning. And it's first and second here with nobody out. And we'll see if the change will be made here. After 8 straight misses, looking down to the right field bullpen. No signal quite yet, and maybe we'll see if Christian Busch, again, even though he's got now 8 straight misses, he's still at the 70 pitch count total. But if you do take him out right now, he's able to return on Saturday with just needing 3 days of rest. But they will keep Busch in for at least one more hitter. Runners at first and second and nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. That was pitch number 71, so this will be pitch number 72 for Christian Busch. Here's the first pitch. He started to show bunt, pulls it back, and another miss from Busch. Dawson Inhofer, the leadoff man in the order. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the 1-0. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and there's a strike. And it's now 1-1. And all it takes is a ground ball at even a ground ball right to Nedved. Get the out at third and throw it across to first for a 5-3 double play. Double play would be big here for the Governors. 1-1 is a strike, and it's now 1-2. Dustin Allen and then Ridge Inhofer. This is 1, 2, and 3 in the order right now with runners at first and second and nobody out in the top of the 6th. And a 6-4 lead for Sturgis. 1-2 pitch misses upstairs, and it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zeros across the board for Sturgis through the 5 innings other than the 3rd when they scored all 6 of their runs. That's upstairs, and from 1-2 now to 3-2. And Christian Busch in danger of walking the bases loaded. Bush will come set from the stretch. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball out towards center field. Kruger coming in. Can't make the catch as it drops in front, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. And that will do it for Christian Bush. So the Governors will go to the bullpen. Bush gives you 5 innings, only 2 earned runs on the 6 that he's given up. He is responsible for all 3 of those runners on base right now. But we will come back and tell you the pitching change here in just a moment. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified. Call True Green, 882-0643.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe, who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, the first 2 pitches for Matthew Hansen go to the backstop, and 2 runs have scored to make it 8-4. And the runner is now just on third base. Hansen has thrown just 1 inning, so actually haven't even recorded an out yet so far this season. 1 appearance, walked 2 guys, and he also hit a man before he was relieved. But his ERA is at 0, and his whip's 0 too. But that's not entirely true, as he counts 2-1. Now to Dustin Allen with the runner on third base. There's a line shot. That'll be down for a base hit and make it a 9-4 lead. So all 3 runs score. And there with nobody out, it turns into a 3-run inning already here for the Sturgis Scoopers in the top of the 6th inning. So now here is Ridge Inhofer. First pitch to him will miss low for ball 1. And we can close the book on Christian Bush, as Matt Hansen tries to work around now a 3-run inning already here for the Scoopers. Christian Bush goes those 5 innings, gave up 9 hits. As that misses upstairs, is now 2-0. 9 hits, 9 runs, 5 of those earned. 3 walks and 1 strikeout. 83 pitches for Christian Bush. Here's the 2-0 from Hansen. That one will bounce in. Stalley blocked it up, but he lost his balance. And to second base will go Dustin Allen. Hansen's a DH, so the DH is now eliminated from the game. He comes into the field. Here's the 3-0. That one's over for a strike. It's now 3-1. 9 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Sturgis, 4 runs, 1 hit, 4 errors for the Governors. That one will miss, and it's a walk issued to Rich Inhofer, and it'll bring up Owen Cass, who was 1 for 3. Kelton Olson, the second baseman, now on deck. Owen Cass, 1 for 3, with Inhofer at second, or first, Allen at second. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 6 runs in the third, and now 3 here in the 6th for the Sturgis Scoopers. 2 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th for the Governors. As the count is now 1-1. Governors now feel a little bit more in danger of falling back under 500 by a game and fall to 7-8 if they don't come back and win this one. This will get to the backstop again. And it's now 2nd and 3rd with a 2-1 count. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. And Sturgis is threatening again with 2 runners in scoring position. And everybody on the infield will come in another time. Two one misses low, and it's now 3-1. Right now, no action. The bullpen for the Governors, which again maybe leads you to say that somebody from the field will come in and pitch. That one will be fouled away. It's now 3-2. This is just the third batter that Hansen has faced, giving up a single and a walk. Counts 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one will miss. Get to the backstop. It's a walk and another run that will score to make it 10-4. And it's now 1st and 3rd with nobody out, as it's a 4-run inning now for Sturgis. And so now I believe Matthew Hansen will be done. And we'll see where everybody goes. And bringing a glove out. So Hansen will come out of the ball. Well, he will come out off the mound. Looks like Brecken Kruger will come to the mound to pitch for the Governors. We'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back here. 10-4. Sturgis leads over Pierre in the top of the 6th. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
As we welcome you back here, it is Brecken Kruger now on the mound for the Governors with runners at 1st and 3rd and nobody out. And a 4-run inning right now for Sturgis. Kruger is throwing an inning and a third. This is his 2nd appearance. Gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. A strikeout with 2 and 1 walk. So his ERA, and there's now a guy in a pickle. The throw back to 3rd. They got him out at 3rd base. So fantastic play over by Kruger to get the guy in the pickle over at between 1st and 2nd, and then fire the ball to 3rd base. Nedved applies a tag, and there's 1 down before Kruger even throws a pitch. 1-5 on the pickoff. Runner gets to 2nd base, but there's now 1 down First pitch over for a strike from Brecken Kruger to Kelton Olson, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 7th man to come to the plate here in this 6th inning. That one will bounce in. Good block there by Stallion. It's 1-1. So that ERA is very much inflated for Kruger right now at 31.5 and a whip of 6. That was the very windy game that Kruger came in and pitched. And he's not responsible for the guy on second, but he's trying to keep that guy on second from scoring. Then we can give you Matt Hansen's total, who unfortunately did not record an out for the second outing in a row. There's a strike taken. It's now 2-2 to Kelton Olson. Kane Peters is on deck. He has gone through 5 complete innings, maybe looking for a 6-inning performance. 2-2 is outside, and it's now 3-2. A full count upcoming here to Kelton Olson. Three-two pitch. That one's flown out towards left field. Easlin will come in and make the catch. And he'll run it all the way in and underhand flip it to Kaiser at short. So there's now 2 down. As it will bring up Kane Peters. As we check out the pitch total so far for Kane Peters, he's at 94, so he'd have to have a quick 6th inning to try and get through 6 complete. Again, I don't think I saw anybody warming up out there in the left field bullpen. That one's shot out towards left field, but Easlin is over. He'll make the catch, and Brecken Kruger has a scoreless inning outing for the Governors. But 4 runs do score in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So the Governors back down by 6 again as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Bottom of the 6th. The Governors down by 6, 10-4, as it will be 7, 8, and 9. Cade Kaiser, Spencer Easlin, and Brecken Kruger. Kane Peters has 11 pitches to work with before he is to be removed from the ball game. Nobody was warming up in the bullpen for Sturgis. So, again, it would seem like it with Peters also in the lineup, probably somebody from the field coming in, and Peters will make his way to the field. The first pitch misses inside for ball 1 to Cade Kaiser, who has reached base twice, an error and a walk. So he's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. Spencer Easlin's 0 for 2. Brecken Kruger 0 for 2. Just 1 hit so far for the Governors, but they've scored 4 runs. 2 runs with 1 hit in the 4th inning. 2 runs on no hits in the 5th inning. There's a ground ball left side, backhanded, not fielded cleanly. And we'll see if that one be ruled a hit or not. As Cade Kaiser is on base for the 3rd time. It's a tough play for the shortstop in Owen Cass to try and make that play. And we'll see what the ruling is as Spencer Easlin fouls the first pitch out of play. They will charge the air to the shortstop. So it's the fourth air of the ball game for the Sturgis Scoopers. 4 airs apiece. There's a swing and a miss by Eastland. It's now 0-2. So that's 9 airs for Sturgis in 2 games and 8 airs for Pierre in 2 games. 0-2, and Eastland stays alive as he's able to swing and foul that one back. Eastland looking for his 5th hit of the season. Went 0 for 2 with an RBI. Runner takes off for second. He will steal it easily. So Cade Kaiser is now in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And the count is 1-2 to Spencer Eastland. 1-2 pitch. Eastland will swing and miss as a pitch outside. He is down for a second strikeout in this ball game. There's one down here in the bottom of the 6th, and it will bring up Brecken Kruger. Kaiser will lead away from second. Here is the first pitch from Kruger. That's fouled back to the netting and is 0-1. Six runs in the 3rd, 4 in the 6th for Sturgis, 2 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th for the Governors. There's a ground ball left side. It'll be fielded by the third baseman. A throw across is a high one, and back down the bag is Crookshank out. No, they're going to say he's safe. They're going to say he's safe at first base. And I think the umpire, home plate umpire, is saying so it's going to be first and second. Coach for Sturgis was looking to maybe get some help or at least talk about it. Did not. So now Kruger is safe at first base, and it's first and second. Runner takes off. Kaiser will get to third. He will round third, but that ball bounced, ricocheted back out. So it's now second and third with one away. So that's an error charge to the shortstop cast again. Second error of the inning. And it's now second and third right now. And the 5th error charge to Sturgis tonight in this second game. As it counts 1-1 to George Staley. They had 5 errors in game 1, or excuse me, 4 errors in game 1. So they now have 9 errors. That one's popped foul, and that one's going to get just to the left of the press box, or at least in window for me. This counts now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is popped foul. That one will land over on towards the on-deck circle. Lincoln Keenel's backed away from it. No shot from anybody on the Sturgis fielding on the field to make that play. Count still 1-2 here to George Staley. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout. And there's now 2 down. And that's it for Kane Peters. And he's got 108 pitches. 109 pitches now. First pitch is over for strike 1. That was pitch number 110 from Peters, but I don't believe you can go past 105 in the at-bat, and that's sort of a new at-bat. This counts now 1-1. One pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 now to Keenels. That hits him. And the bases are now loaded. And that now will bring out the end of Kane Peters. And Dustin Allen will come in from right field. So the bases are loaded here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. We will step aside and we'll come back here with the new pitcher after this in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
As we welcome you back here, it is Dustin Allen now on the mound here for the Sturgis Scoopers. And I think Steve Gray going over and talking with the Sturgis bench because Kane Peters threw 113 pitches, and he did not throw a 9-pitch at-bat with Lincoln Keenel, so he overstepped the 105 pitch count. Dustin Allen is now going to be on the mound for the Sturgis Scoopers. And the bases are loaded here with 2 away. Jansen moves over to right. And I think maybe in left field will end up being Kane Peters. So here's the first pitch to Gary Nedved. That's high for ball 1 from Dustin Allen. Allen's thrown a 6 1/3 inning so far. 21 hits, 15 runs, 8 of those earned. As the 1-0 pitch, and Nedved will pop it foul and out of play. And it's now 1-1. Allen's got an ERA of 14.37. and a whip of 3.158. 1-1 pitch. Nedved will foul it back, and it's now 1-2. And Landon Badger did not hear the bat hit the ball. You hear him ask, how's that a foul ball? But it is. Nedved did get a piece of it. And I believe the Sturgis coach just got kicked out. So we have the Sturgis coach ejected. It was, say, the assistant coach that was ejected, not the head coach for the Sturgis Scoopers. So with a 1-2 count, Gary Nedved with the bases loaded. That's an opportunity here. Gives a little energy to the crowd again. 1-2 pitches outside, and the count's now 2-2. These were pretty quiet until that ejection. So a 2-2 count. Nedved with the bases loaded. The pitch, and Nedved will reach for it, grounds it over towards the third baseman. And he bobbles it. Everybody's going to be safe. It'll be an error to Dawson Inhofer. That is the 3rd error of the inning for the Scoopers. And it's now a 10-5 ball game. And Jaden Wiebe will come to the plate with the bases still loaded. Here's the first pitch. That one's over for strike one to Jaden Wiebe. He is 0 for 2 with a walk back in the first inning. He's due for a base hit. He's got one so far in the day. That was the first at-bat of the evening for Wiebe. There's a half swing but a strike, and it's now 0-2. And Jaden Wiebe is trying to find a way to put the ball in play. Down 0-2 in the count. Pitch from Allen to Wiebe. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout to end the bottom of the sixth. And the Governors will strand the bases loaded. One run does score. No hits in the inning, 3 errors in the inning, and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 7th, and the Governors down 10-5 to the Sturgis Scoopers. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
So we're here in the top of the 7th inning, and the Pierre Governors down 10-5, and Brecken Kruger on the mound after getting those 3 outs in the 6th inning. Will be looking to pick up the 3 outs here in the 7th and keep this a 10-5 deficit and give the Governors an opportunity for a big rally, needing 5 runs in that bottom of the 7th inning. Here in the 7th, in the top of the half of the inning, Hunter Jansen, Connor Crookshank, and Evan Stroud, 7, 8, 9 for the Sturgis Scoopers. Jansen is 0 for 3 as he grounded out to the second baseman, flew out to the left fielder, and also struck out swinging. Here's the first pitch to Jansen. That one will miss. Low and outside is 1-0. Now the Sturgis Scoopers bench a little bit louder than normal throughout this doubleheader. And the count's now 2-0 to Hunter Jansen. Looks like the ejection kind of fired everybody up. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one is shot out towards center field, but Hansen right underneath it makes the catch. And the leadoff man retired here in the top of the 7th inning. And here comes now Connor Crookshank, who is 1 for 2. He singled, and he also walked. Reached base 2 of the 3 times he's come to the plate. Scored both times that he's reached base. Here's the first pitch from Kruger in. There's over for strike 1. Tomorrow we're right back to it again here at Hyatt Stadium. 4 o'clock for the JV game, and then we'll be on the air for the varsity game at around 6 o'clock. That is a fielded ball by Wiebe at second. The throw to first is in time, and the first 2 men are retired here in the top of the 7th inning on a good play from Wiebe, moving to his right and throwing across his body to make the play. And now here's Evan Stroud, the catcher. So here is the first pitch upstairs for ball 1 to Evan Stroud, who is 1 for 2. Singled back in the 3rd, popped out to Wiebe in the 5th at second base, and then walked in the 6th. Off the end of the bats, and he fouls it, and it's now 1-1. For For the Governors in the 7th inning, they have 5, 6, and 7. Jet Zabel, Matthew Hansen, and Kate Kaiser. Here's the 1-1. That one's taken for a strike and is now 1-2 to Stroud. Governors right now will need at least 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch. Misses low and outside, and the count's now 2-2. That is if they get the 0 here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-2 from Kruger to Stroud. There's a line shot. Easlin that will be laid in front of him for a base hit. And there is no 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 7th. And it's back to the top of the order for Dawson Inhofer. Inhofer is 1 for 3. Ground out, pop-up victim, and also drew a walk and then singled his last at-bat, which was in the top of the 6th inning. And 8 men came to the plate. There's a line shot out towards right center field. That's down for a base hit. Zabel's able to cut it off. The throw coming to second. And there is no throw to third. It's a 2-out single, and it's now 1st and 3rd. As Dustin Allen now will come to the plate. Allen's 2 for 4. He was retired the first 2 times that came to the plate, and then he's got 2 singles in his last 2 at-bats. 11 hits in the ball game now for the Sturgis Scoopers. Kruger working for the stretch. First pitch popped up, foul territory. Will it stay in play? It will just barely get out of play. And it's now 0-1. Allen is also trying to finish out the game here in the 7th inning after Kane Peters maybe went 1 at-bat too long in terms of pitch count. I don't know what the rules are for exceeding a pitch count in a game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. There's a swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Kruger. There's a ground ball left side, fielded by Kaiser. The throw across is in time. That retires the side, and the Governors now need 5 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning to try and keep this one alive. No runs, 1 hit, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 10-5. Governors down by 5. Listen to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Here at the bottom of the 7th, the Pierre Governors are down 10-5, as it is going to be Jet Zabel, Matthew Hansen, and Kate Kaiser. If anybody reaches base, and the Governors do need guys to reach base, it will be then Spencer Easlin and Brecken Kruger. So it is going to be Dustin Allen trying to finish out this ball game. Jet Zabel, who was 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 4th inning. Also struck out swinging and grounded into a fielder's choice. Well, 5 will tie, 6 will win it as we open up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to Zabel. He'll foul that one out of play. And it's 0-1. Ten to 5 here. Sturgis scored all 10 of their runs in 2 innings. In the 3rd and the 6th. That's 1-1 count now to Zabel. Governors have scored the last 3 innings. 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Zabel, Hansen, Kaiser. First 3 guys. 2-1 pitch. Zabel chops it high off the plate. It'd be a foul territory. It had the spin to go back fair, but it was picked up foul by the pitcher and Allen. And if he doesn't do that, it's a fair ball. And it's a base hit for Jet Zabel to open up the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, the count is now 2-2. Allen worked from the stretch with nobody on base. 2-2 pitches upstairs, and it's now 3-2 to the leadoff man here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And Zabel will foul that one out of play. It'll make its way across Capitol. And the count remains full at 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Misses for ball 4, and the leadoff man is on base to open up the bottom of the 7th inning. And they'll bring up Matt Hansen. Hansen is 0 for 2. Popped out of the second baseman, flew out to right field. But he did draw a walk and come around to score. That was in the 4th inning when the Governors got on the board to make it 6-2. First pitch is over for strike 1. With a loss, the Governors would fall to 7-8. A win would put them at 8-7 and put Sturgis under 500. 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play, and it's now 0-2. Here's the now 0-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and it's now 1-2. Now here's the 1-2 pitch. And Hansen up the middle. That's a base hit. First 2 men have reached base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cade Kaiser now the plate. He has reached base all 3 times, reached on air twice, and also walked. Sturgis with 6 errors in the ball game. They had 3 last inning. Another 1 in the 2nd, 4th, and 5th. First pitch is over for strike 1. to Kate Kaiser. Spencer Easlin, and then Brecken Kruger. There's a swing and a miss by Kaiser, and the count is now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in, and the count's now 1-2. Runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Governors down 10-5. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Kaiser strikes out, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 7th. That was a big first out for the Sturgis Scoopers, trying to avoid the doubleheader sweep and a season sweep of the Pierre Governors. Spencer Easlin, he's 0 for 3. He's due for a base hit. Went 0 for 2 with an RBI in game 1, 0 for 3 right now. Takes first pitch for ball 1. Brecken Kruger is on deck. And then back to the top of the order. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. From the stretch, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. Here to Spencer Easlin. Here's the 1-2. Looked at for strike 3, and there's now 2 down. And the Sturgis Scoopers are out away from picking up a split of a doubleheader. So now here's Brecken Kruger, first pitch. That one's upstairs for ball 1. Kruger's 0 for 3. Grounded out, strikeout, and also reached on air. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one comes inside, and it's now 2-0. Now the Governors need a big rally with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. You score 5 times here in the 7th inning. And Kruger will yank that one foul. It's now a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. That one gets to the backstop. And it's now 2nd and 3rd. Those 2 runs don't mean anything for Sturgis. And for the Governors, you take it 1 base at a time. You got to be smart on the base pass if you're going to try and make this 5-run comeback happen with 2 outs. You got to be smart to make sure that you get every base. Obviously, that was something to take without a throw. But here's the 3-1 to Kruger. And that was at the letters, and it's now 3-2. Nearly was a walk to load the bases for the top of the order. And that is what's up next if Kruger is able to reach base, the top of the order. That one will miss. To the backstop it goes. 1 run will come in to score. That is Zabel. It's runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, and it's now a 10-6 ball game. And George Stalley with runners at the corners and 2 away. Stalley again needs to extend the ball game to Lincoln Keenels, who represents and will be the tying run if the Governors do tie it up. Has to be the tying run. First pitch is over for strike 1. Keenels has gone deep once so far this year. And Stalley out towards right center field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. Kruger around second. He's going to stop at second base. And again, no need to test it because his run doesn't mean anything if the Governors aren't able to get the tying run to score, but the tying run will come to the plate here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And for Lincoln Keenholz, who could easily tie the ball game up with one swing, you want to stay within yourself and just drive the ball somewhere. If it goes out of the yard, it goes out of the yard. First pitch is upstairs, and it misses for ball 1. Keenholz is 0 for 1. He was walked twice, also hit by a pitch. 1-0 pitch. That one's a ground ball. That's through for a base hit. And the tying run will get to on base. And now Keenholz is at second base, and the Governors are in a pickle here. Keenholz has got to go back to first. The throw will get into left field. It will bounce away, and nobody still is not going to score. The throw to second, dropping the ball at second base, is Owen Cass. And somehow the Governors don't run themselves out of the ball game quite yet. No idea how that happened. There won't be any errors charged to anybody, even though it could have been. I mean, you can almost charge an error to the shortstop and Cass for dropping the baseball because all they needed was to catch it, and the ball game was over because Stalley was out at second base. Brecken Kruger stays at third, and Lincoln Keenholz is at first base right now. He's the tying run, and the winning run will now come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Holy moly, nearly shades of the Twins escaping with something a couple weeks ago. So the game continues, and the bases are loaded. Here's the first pitch to Nedved. He'll foul that first pitch back. And it's 0-1. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Past 10 o'clock now here at Hyde Stadium. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Nedved. That one misses for ball 1. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. Again, Nedved, he is the winning run. Keenholz has to come around to score. For anything else to happen, Keenholz has to be the one to come around to score. 1-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Jaden Wiebe is on deck. He'd be the 9th man to come to the plate. Well, the Governors are trying to rally here. 2-1 pitch from Allen to Nedved is taken for a strike. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the Governors are down to their final strike here tonight. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Allen to Nedved. Reaches for it. Ground ball right side. Nobody's covering first base. Nobody's going to get there. Stalley's going to try and score. The throw coming home. He is safe. It's now a 10-9 ball game, and the Governors are a base hit away from tying the ball game up. So what was a 10-5 game, and the Governors almost ran themselves out of the ball game. They've scored 2 runs. It's going to be a base hit for Nedved, and I believe it will be charged an error then to the first baseman. And now Jaden Wiebe with a base hit would tie the ball game up on the 10-9 score. Keenholz will take third. It's a pitch out. Nobody was holding him on. So the tying run is now up to third base. It was a ball called. Gary Nedved will come out. Trevor Rounds will pinch run. And a base hit from Jaden Wiebe definitely ties the ball game up. Again, Trevor Rounds going to be careful on the base pass, going to be smart on the base pass. Just a single and 2 RBIs for Nedved. There's a strike to Wiebe. So Neva gets 2 RBIs, count as 1-1. Stepping off the rubber was Allen. A base hit ties the ball game up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Governors have scored 4 so far. Wiebe 0 for 3. Looking for a base hit to tie the ball game up. That one is a pitch in the dirt and a huge block by Stroud. Otherwise, this was a tie ball game at 10-10. Rounds over at first base. He doesn't want to get thrown out at all. He represents the winning run, though. 2-1 pitch. Wiebe, that one's foul ball. And the count's now 2-2. And for the second straight at bat, the Governors are down to their final strike. Ball made its way back into fair territory. So the count 2-2. And Jaden Wiebe trying to drive in the tying run. So they are not holding on the runner at the rounds at first base. Crookshank was not holding him on, so now the winning run will move up to second base. Rounds steals it without a throw. And a base hit could win the ball game now for the Governors. They allowed the winning run to get to second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is inside for ball 3. And a pitch that is very close to take. But he did take it for ball 3. Jet Zabel is on deck. The 3-2. From Allen to Wiebe. Fouls it back, stays alive, and we'll do it again at 3-2. This inning started with Jet Zabel walking and the base hit from Hansen. Then back-to-back strikeouts. 3-2 pitch. The swing and a miss, and Wiebe strikes out, and that will end the ball game. And the Governors will fall 10-9. And that will end it here this evening with a split between the Pierre Governors and the Sturgis Scoopers. 10-9 win for Sturgis here in game number 2. As we'll step aside for 2 minutes and wrap it up here from Hyde Stadium. After this, you're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son, Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Pierre Governors were a close one. Had a close one here in game number 2. Nearly came back, scored 4 runs in the 7th inning, but were unable to get that 5th run to tie it up as Jaden Wiebe struck out with runners at 2nd and 3rd. As the Governors score 4 runs on 4 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 2 men left on base. 10-9 our final here in game number 2. Governors end up with a split now at 7-8 to the Sturgis Scoopers, who go to 8-7 go to 8-7 on the season. Here at 7-8, and we'll see where they end up being at the end of this doubleheader. But the Governors are going to be back here tomorrow against Rapid City Stevens in a single varsity game. JV plays at 4 o'clock, varsity plays at 6. And the Governors will be looking for a win over Stevens to get to 500 and to then get into Friday and Saturday for an opportunity against O'Gorman and Roosevelt. As we'll talk here with head coach Steve Gray after a near comeback from the Pierre Governors. That's just about would have been one for the record books for the Govs, but unable to get that one in game number 2. So, Coach, a good win in game 1, but then things kind of got away in the 3rd inning. You know, Christian Bush still pitched well. He threw a lot of strikes, so he didn't throw very much in the ball game, even though he gave up those 6 runs, ended up being tagged for, I believe, 8 overall, not all earned. But, you know, just a game that just weren't able to get the win.
Yeah, it was just an odd game. Christian pitched okay. I mean, he did a decent job. We asked him to throw strikes, and that's a good hitting team. And they definitely put her in play. You know, that's an improved hitting team over years past for sure.
Yeah, and still trying to get over that hump over 500, but get the opportunity tomorrow now against the Rapid City Stevens Raiders, and we'll talk about them here in just a moment. But in that first game, good pitching performance, and Jaden Wiebe coming back after, you know, he pitched well yesterday in the inning that the 2 innings that he threw. Ended up being the solo shot, but for Jaden Wiebe to come back and finish out the ball game like he did, pick up the win and finish off how he did, that's a great comeback from Wiebe.
Absolutely. You know, it's always, when things like that happen, yesterday, and to get back on the mound quick is a big deal. And, I told him, I said, just go out and compete, man. You know, and he's a wrestler and he's a tough kid and, a tough football player. And it's like, dude, just go compete. And that's exactly what J-Dog did.
Governors in the 2 games, defensively for you guys, probably one to kind of go look back on and maybe forget about, because you end up with 8 errors in the 2 games, 4 in each game. What defensively, what maybe needs to change here for the Governors going into the rest of this week? And
that's what was disappointing is we were a much better fielding team than that. We just, just got to go back to basics and just, chest the ball up and make throw, and that's the couple innings they get away from you, and it just creates a lot of stress. And pitchers trying to do their job, we gotta help them out.
Going into tomorrow now against Rapid City Stevens, you need a big win. It's just that one varsity game. They are sitting a game under 500 going into tonight. What do you expect from them going into tomorrow?
They've been much improved too. So, we're going to have to show up, and I know they're, reasonably rested. They had a rough weekend, but we got to come out and play. We got to play a lot better than we did tonight, for sure.
Splits here tonight, Coach. I appreciate the time. Thanks for coming up here. Congratulations on that first win, and go get them tomorrow against Rapid City Stevens.
Yeah, for sure. We look forward to getting back on the field. The one thing about it, you got games like that where you kind of lackadaisical and stuff. It's best you get back on the field. So we'll be back and ready to roll.
That is head coach Steve Gray of the Pierre Governors, who split the doubleheader in a 9-7 win and a 10-9 loss in game number 2. As Pierre is now still at 1 game under 500 at 7-8. Sturgis at 8-7 with the doubleheader split. That'll wrap things up for us here from Hyde Stadium. Thanks to Jacob Mayer back at the beginning of the game, and then also the beginning of the doubleheader, and Drew McIntyre here for the second, mostly at the end of the first game and most of the second game. Appreciate the work those 2 guys did back at the station, our technical producers, for the evening. We'll be back on the air around 5:40 tomorrow, right around 5:40, 6 o'clock for the one varsity game. It's a JV at 4. Varsity will play after. We'll have the varsity game for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. That wrap things up for us here from Hyde Stadium. You've been listening to Pierre Governor Baseball as the Govs split the doubleheader, winning Game 1 in a score of 9-7 and falling in Game 2 10-9 as we say so long from Hyde Stadium.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Baseball has been brought to you in part by Bank West, B&B Equipment, Wegner Auto, Fisher Rounds and Associates, and All Around Graphics. Governor Baseball is also brought to you by Ferding Electric, Airtech Heating and Cooling, Kruger Contracting, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Avera, and the Oahe YMCA. And by Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, First Dakota National Bank, CHS River Plains, Lamb Motors, Zander Auto Parts, and Gales Gas. And by Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Shane's Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, Edward Jones Financial, and Faith Lutheran Church. Join us all season on your home for the Pierre Governors, KCCR, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota Sports League.